The Dead Don't Die sounded great. I actually discovered this because Carol Kane's in it, but had I discovered it randomly, I probably would have watched it anyway. Unfortunately, it's not very good. This was released in 2019. It's directed and written by Jim Jarmusch, and we have a brilliant cast, including, of course, Carol Kane. We also have Bill Murray, Adam Driver, Tilda Swinton, Chloë Sevigny, Steve Buscemi, Danny Glover, Selena Gomez. I could go on. Really, really solid cast. And the narrative sounded great. It's a zombie comedy, and it's basically about these zombies attacking this town called Centerville and the various characters who live there. And it sounded like it was going to be really good fun. It sounded like it had a lot to offer, a lot of different characters. Obviously, they would probably have different reactions to what was happening. It is tremendously boring. It's not an exaggeration when I say basically nothing happens. It is slow. It is a really terrible experience. The narrative is basically absent, and the characters are really, really boring. Obviously, we have a solid cast, so there is something there to be enjoyed because a lot of the cast I enjoy watching, and I know I'm not alone with that. So that part of it worked well, but you can't put a great cast into a boring film and turn it around. It's just not enough to save it. It's not funny in the slightest. Yes, comedy is subjective, but even when there are films that I don't find funny, I can often identify aspects that I think other people might find funny depending on their preferences. I really, really struggled with this one. There was not a lot where I could say, well, maybe somebody might find that funny. For me, there isn't really anything about this that's amusing. The narrative isn't very well executed. I don't think the zombie aspect is that interesting either. And yeah, we have some decent enough performances. The characters are not annoying or irritating. They're just largely not that interesting. I feel like they're really relying on this amazing cast because everything else about it is boring or mediocre at best. And I guess the technical aspects are fine for the most part, no issues there. It's just a tremendous disappointment. There's clearly, well, I'm saying clearly, I assume, but I can fact check this. There's clearly a lot of money behind this film to have a cast like that. And if that's the case, I feel like maybe they could have put a little bit more money into working on a better script, having more interesting characters. And I don't know what the budget is. I don't have that information to hand, but I think it's safe to say it probably had a pretty big budget. And in general, I just don't think it delivers. I don't think there's anything good about this. If we take the amazing cast out of the equation, it would be an utterly dire experience. I'm really disappointed. The Dead Don't Die seemed like it was going to be really brilliant, and unfortunately, it really, really isn't.